So you're passionate about teaching, right? Maybe in a specialized field like special needs or the Montessori method. Well, the path to get there has totally changed. I mean, the choice you have to make today, a generation ago, it didn't even exist. Let's really dive into what this new world of teacher training looks like.
It really comes down to this one big question. Are you going to start your journey in an online classroom or a physical one? Think about it. Do you do your best work with the freedom of a laptop and a schedule you control? Or do you need that energy, that structure you only get from being in a room with other people? Both paths can get you to an amazing career, but how you get there will be completely different. So how on earth do you choose? Anyone looking to become a teacher today is standing at a brand new crossroads. And this isn't just about what's more convenient. Deciding between online and in-person training is a huge strategic decision. It's going to shape your skills, the professional connections you make, and even your very first job opportunities.
Okay, so let's use a method like Montessori as our main example here. At its core, it's all about hands-on, self-directed learning for kids. Now, why is that important for our discussion? Well, it brings up a really interesting question. What's the best way to learn how to teach something so physical and interactive? Can you really master that through a screen? Or do you need to be there in person?
All right, let's tackle the online world first. For so many people, getting certified online has been an absolute game changer. It's just knocked down so many old barriers and made specialized education accessible in a way it never was before.
The real difference between the two comes down to the learning environment itself. Online gives you what you could call ultimate flexibility. You learn completely on your own terms. In person, though, that offers structured immersion. It's like a deep, focused dive where you're just living and breathing the subject in a real, dedicated space.
So what does that flexibility actually look like in real life? Well, it means a parent can start studying after they've put the kids to bed. It means someone living in a tiny town can get into a world-class program without having to move. And maybe most importantly, it means you don't have to quit your current job to chase a new dream. That's what real freedom looks like. But look, that's only half the story. Let's flip the coin and talk about the in-person advantage, because it builds a totally different but just as valuable kind of foundation. There's just an undeniable power that happens when you're learning together with other people in the same room.
This is really where that magic of human connection kicks in. You get to physically hold and work with the teaching materials. You get instant, specific feedback from an instructor who's right there watching you. And you build this incredible support network of friends who are going through the exact same thing. That is so, so powerful.
So if we break it down, here are the trade-offs in a nutshell. It's a classic balancing act, right? Online definitely wins on flexibility and a lot of the time on cost. But in-person training, it's got that clear advantage when it comes to hands-on practice. There is no single best choice here, only what's best for you. Okay, so no matter which path you take, at the end of the day, you've got to get a job. But if you graduate from an online program, this next step is absolutely critical. You have to figure out how to translate that digital diploma into a real-world career. And this is where your strategy becomes everything. The key here is that you have to be proactive. You have to bridge that experience gap that some employers might worry about. It's not enough to just have the certificate on your resume. You have to show them your skills. Build a digital portfolio with videos and photos. You need to connect with schools online before there's even a job opening. And volunteering? It's your secret weapon. It gets your foot in the door and proves your online learning works in the real world. I just love this quote because it really nails the reality of the situation today. The certificate, that's the key that proves you have the knowledge. But if your portfolio, your experience, your passion, that's the stuff that actually convinces an employer to open the door and give you a shot. So, we've looked at both sides of the coin, the digital and the physical, and now it all comes back to you. The whole point of this isn't to tell you which one is better. It's to give you the tools to make the absolute best choice for your own life, your own goals, and your own career. So, it's time to get personal. You have to ask yourself honestly, are you a really disciplined self-starter who just thrives on having total flexibility? Or do you get your energy from being in a classroom, from that structure and community? The answers to these questions, they're going to point you down your perfect path. But maybe the future isn't really about choosing one or the other. As technology gets better and our ideas about teaching continue to evolve, maybe the ultimate path for an educator is going to be a hybrid one, something that blends the incredible freedom of online learning with the irreplaceable power of practicing in person. The conversation is definitely just getting started.